Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So go first, today we are going to learn about variables. We'll be deeping dive into the variables, and by the end of this course you will be comfortable declaring, initializing and working with various types of variable in Go. Now let's start. So we'll create our folder for this chapter, which is chapter 4. Let us get inside this chapter 4. Now we can create the variables. Now you can ignore this error as usual. So we will do package main. All right, we'll import fmt to print our output, and function main. Now to declare this variable we need to use var keyword. Var keyword is important, and then we can use country, and then we need to declare the type of variable, or we can directly add var country equals to Singapore. Now let us print this variable. Now we can run this command. So I'll run this command with go run variables.go command. It is working now. It is Singapore. So before we proceed, it's good to understand how variable works. So you can think variable as the boxes. So if you see here, every type of variable we create, there will be one box for it, and the variables will hold the value. So here, for example, 8 is the type of int64, 3.14 is the type of which is pi, is the type of float 64. Boolean, it will hold true value, and it depends like what type of variable is there and what we are trying to assign. Now let's see other examples. We can also see var country 2 string to declare a variable, and then fmt.println. We can, let's see what the empty initialization is. So if we don't assign any value, let's see what happens. We can see here it is printing null value, so we are getting the empty string. So by default, any assignment to the variable, if we don't assign anything in Go, then it is zero value or none value. If default empty value, for string it is blank space. Now we can use country 2 equals to South Korea. Let us print once again. We can see now it is printing. Other variables can have, like for example, var temperature equals to 25.5. So I will disable this toggle. Okay, so I'll have disabled the background, so because we were not able to see the numbers. So fmt.println 25 dot, we can print temperature. Let's see, let's run run variables.go. It's working. What will happen if we assign temperature 2 and its value is int? Now what we can do, let's print the temperature 2. So we see by default it is holding the 0 value because we haven't assigned any value. then Go automatically initializes the 0 for value for it. We can use printf function. So if we want to print, let's print in this way: the temperature today is, and we can use temperature. If we run this now, we get temperature today is 25.5. Now what we have to do, let's see if we can print temperature too using printf function. So what we'll do, we have used printf. If I save this, it will, we can do here %d. %d is for int. And now let's see what happens. If you see here, it has printed because it's in float, and hence we have got this error. What we will do, we will change it to f. So we need to use right values, otherwise it will not work. So you can see here we are able to print the %, but it is 2. If you see here, it is having 40. What we can do here is that, let's see if it works or not. Yeah, so we were able to use this one. We can add Celsius. Yeah, it is working. Now if you can see here, we are able to get the right value. Yeah, now we can see how to declare multiple variables. If you see here, there is a typo here because we want to print temperature too, but we haven't printed, and that's why it was not working. So what we can do here is that, let us assign some value to temperature too. If we add here 36, and now we need to use this as a integer declare. If we are looking for variables, then it should be %f, and if it is an integer, since 36 is an integer, then it should be %d. Let us run it one more time. Yeah, it is working. Okay, let me change. Yeah, now what we can do, let's see how we can have the multiple variable declaration. We can use var num1 num2, and we have to declare the type of it, and we can assign 71 comma 72. Now it's in, like, we have got the error. What it says is that we have an issue. What we can do, we can just print this values here. Num1, let's use num1 then num2. I have changed the name of the program. Yeah, we are getting num1 is 71 and num2 is 70. We can have another values, for example, let's see width and height. We can declare the width and height of rectangle, which is, let's use this in float. I have a typo here. So area of rectangle is, we can comment it here. Now we can run this one. We are getting the area of rectangle, which is 7371, and we can change it here to 5. Yeah, if I run it again, is 7416.5. Now let's see the zero values. We have already seen the zero value, but still we can go once again. So we have seen the value of string and int here. We can see the value for bool. Which should be if you see your default value for truth is false, and if we want to change, let me remove this background. It's not, yeah, default value is false in this case. For the truthy function, so we can also see if we can use not value, make it true. It is true now. So we have seen the zero values for bool, and let's also print in one line. So we can say var for load 64, and then where name string, where we have already used count, where runs, where money amount. Let's use amount, and we can use this as int for now, and we will print every value. So to print, we will use printf, and we can use core. It will be %f, and then name, which will be %s, and then amount, which will be %d, and we can use truth as well from here, which is %. Let's use directly the value, and we can just add score, name, amount, and then truth. For this, let's print. If we see here, okay, we missed the new line character. Yeah, so we can see here like how we are getting the default value, and default value for truth is false. Now we will see about shorthand variable declaration. This is handy if we don't need to don't want to declare the type of values. So we can do here, for example, stock value, and then we can use 83.3. This is the shorthand declaration if we don't want to use the var keyword or int. Now we can print this. So Go compiler will automatically determine what type of variable it is, and it will execute. If you see here, it has already taken. Now if we want to print the type of variable, so we need to use let's see now if it works or not. So it is float 64. If you see, Go compiler has already determined the type of variable. We can use other this. Let's check one value for string as well. So code word is never. Now let's print this one, and we can print the value of the code word as well. Let's print here. We can see here it has automatically determined the value of code word and its type. So this is the importance of shorthand declaration. But one thing we should remember, we cannot declare the shorthand outside function. So let's see the example. If we go here, we can do first example. We see here, we can take laptop and let's declare it as string. We can direct string and the value to be ss. Now this has become the global variable. If we print here, yeah, let's see if it works or not. Yeah, it is working. Laptop brand is asus. Let's also try to create the mobile brand, but we will use the shorthand declaration. So you see here, we have our compiler has the editor has already said expected declaration for mobile. So if you see the error, let's see what happens now when we run this. Syntax error, non-declaration statement outside function body. I believe it is not giving the exact answer, but yeah. So what we have to do here, we have to use the shorthand declaration here. Now if we run, so it is working now. So always remember, never use not or always use shorthand declaration inside function. Now we can let's understand about the type conversion. So we will use the type conversion example. So for example, if we have I which is int and 42, now we want to convert into float. So I'll use j float 64, and to convert into the float I will use float 64 and the I variable. So if we print here now, and let's also print the j. Let's see what happens. So we should use printf here. If you see, it is converted to float. If we use type also, yeah, so it is int and float 64. And we have seen the value as well. So this is how we can convert the types. We can use it for other types as well, which we'll see later in new lessons and advanced lessons. Now we can see about constants. What are constants? Constants are same as variables, but we cannot change their value. So once we have declared it, wherever we declare the variable, we can declare the constant. For example, we can declare the constant pi 3.14159 and the constant is usually declared with uppercase. So it is that. Now let's try to change the value of constant. So it says cannot assign neither addressable nor map index expression. So constant, we cannot assign the value to the constant. If we see here, cannot neither addressable, so we are getting the error. So let's remove this. But if we want to change the variable, here if I want to change the value of I to 24, if you see here, it has changed the value of I to 24 and G to 24. But here we have declared it to be 42 first. So this is how, like, we can change the value of constant, but we cannot change the we cannot change the value of constant, but we can change the variable. We can change the variables. So this is how it works, and these are the basic building blocks which are very crucial to Go programming. Understanding the variable types. We have practiced now declaring the variable and using different variable types, and as soon as you practice, it will be helpful to catch errors easily in type conversions or in type, for example, how we cannot declare the pi, or wherever, like, we see the type has been understood or it has been declared incorrectly. Next chapter we will learn about for loop. Thank you.